Hello, it's Friday morning. We're here at Carolina Motorsports Park with the heel and toe for Heroes crew at their first race. So I'm here to, I think it's moral support. Now you'll notice that the car's got, oh look, the dash isn't in. We have a slight problem. When you press the brake pedal, the brake lights go off. When you take your foot off the brake pedal, they go on. So unless we've got to do tech at midday today, so unless we roll in with our foot on the brakes and then take it off when they say to show us the brake lights, we've got a problem. So we're trying to figure out how to rewire that. But apart from that, oh, and apart from the fact the engine blew up a week out from today, everything's good. There's a few things that need doing still, but this is a good-looking car. So to solve this brake issue, what we've done, we think these are the two wires that go to the brake lights at the back. So we've disconnected those from the module, and we're going to connect these directly to 12 volts.
Yeah, buddy.
And the fire system works?
We'll find out.
Do you want to test it real quick?
Oh my god, I'm sitting in here. Now this looks a little approximate. That's because it is. So we've disconnected the brake wiring from the lighting control module and are just hot wiring that directly to this aftermarket pressure switch that we've got for the brakes. And our brake lights go on when they're supposed to and go off when they're supposed to.
Yeah, buddy. Love it. It works.
Well, after a fashion, because now we've permanently got our rear lights on. But there is a fix for that. You just remove the bulbs. So we are at the moment discussing whether or not it was a good idea to put this fancy dancy pedal box in. I think it came from his Nintendo Switch simulator.
I had to get a new one, so I had to get rid of the old ones. So that's what we did.
Yeah.
But in order to put in his fancy dancy pedal box, you had to take out the brake booster.
Yeah, but real racers don't need a brake booster.
Speaking from the
Really?
a lot of race experience.
Yeah, I was gonna say, speaking from experience.
Oh yeah. Well, I drove Steve's car for 5 laps one time, so I know what I'm doing. And
Yeah, but that had a brake booster. This is a beautiful piece of engineering on the brake booster vacuum. This is what first alerted me to the fact that we don't have a brake booster in here.
Do we not have like a bolt and a hose clamp for that?
Yeah,
Shove
that
a
would,
bolt in it and hose
that would be a
clamp?
better solution, yes. Craig's run away, he's given up on us. But we do have working brakes now.
Yes.
Well, no, we have working brake lights.
Yeah,
now.
wait until I'll let you know when I'm out on track.
That's the first step.
And then here is the master switch hanging loose. Now
Yeah,
that's
I'm
good.
just doing this.
Are we enjoying ourselves yet?
Of course.
Yeah.
You still good?
I'm just wondering how many laps we're gonna get.
We only got a lap and a half last time, so 3 laps is doubling our record.
I said to you last night, right?
Yeah. Jeffrey's goal for the day is 2 laps.
Tell you,
Flathead over there.
we are gonna be winning if we do that.
Just keep it running the 2 days, that's it.
Hello, stop!
I'm trying.
I always give BMWs more shit, just so you know.
You should, particularly this one. That didn't last too long. I think this engine didn't get as far as the other engine did. Lost all throttle power, so no throttle pedal, and this is a drive-by-wire. And
we'll check it when we get it.
engine's overheating, and one of the hoses just popped off. So that might be why it was overheating. But the dash is doing different things each time we switch it on. So this is just part of the fun of Lemons. Yeah, pins out.
Yeah, it's good. All right, so just going to remind you of your blend line.
Yeah. If I get that far.
Good luck.
It's just got rear brakes. It's got no front brakes. Day going so far?
Oh, it's going great. We've, let's see, we want to hit the entire car. So we started with a coolant system. Now then we went to brakes. Then we went to vacuum. Now we decided that we were bored with that, so we're going to just go ahead and replace the clutch.
Just for...
well, we were too fast for people out here, so we had to slow it down a little bit. And this is part of our training for the foundation and a race team.
Yeah, and I can put the camera on its side and make it look like you're standing up.
Yeah.
So this is about 3 hours later. Jeffrey's having a sleep underneath.
Having a snooze.
Looks like the clutch release bearing seized. Jeffrey drove probably a 3-hour round trip.
Yes.
Brought back the parts. Guess what? They were the wrong parts. So I MacGyvered it. Taken it apart, cleaned it, greased it. Hopefully it will hold together at least for the day. We've taken the clutch out and it looked fine, and we don't trust that the new one's the right part, so we're putting the old one back in. And we are going to get so much shit tomorrow because we didn't go to the parade and we didn't go to BS, but we don't care. We can have a 400 lap penalty and we'll still be happy as long as this damn car works.
As long as it's running.
So even if we have to work on this all day tomorrow, we've got all day Sunday to drive.
Yep.
And while the car was working for the brief moment, it was wonderful.
That Steve drove it, it worked.
Twice.
Yeah.
That's twice that Jeff has broken it.
Yeah, this is the second time that Jeff has broken the car, because when I was driving,
we had to adjust the brakes when Steve drove.
I was driving to adjust the brakes, but I just want to point out I hit my target time, and this car is actually what?
What did you do?
I didn't brake the car.
No, you dumbass.
Jeff's like, I don't understand that concept.
What are you doing?
Just put it in lopsided.
Did you put the tool in?
Yes, I put the tool
And did you wiggle it around to make sure it is centered?
It is perfect.
It's perfect.
It is perfectly centered.
Which means it's probably going to vibrate itself to death. Now we do have a little bit of rubbish down here, so I think that needs adjusting. These big ass brakes
I'm very happy.
fried themselves. Jeffrey's very happy about
I'm very
what?
happy about the ground cover I put in. So I don't have to roll around in the dirt. Because that's overrated, I tell you that much.
Oh yeah. So this is the bitch clip. Called that because it's a bitch to get out if the car is in place. This goes through there and it's a locking pin. And then, see, even getting it on when you're underneath is a pain in the ass. Quite how we're going to do that, I don't know. But then the idea is when you are... See how easily that comes off? I don't know why they designed it that way. So this is what Lemons Racing is all about.
That's right.
It's all hands on deck.
They come out?
Something moved.
You'll notice the biggest tool is a pry bar. That's what you need for race cars.
And pry bar.
Oh, yeah.
Just cut and pry out.
We've got all the right tools here. Oh look! There's a
There
brake.
you go, Craig. There's your yoga mat.
Now that you're out.
Yeah. Thanks, Michael.
Okay, do some morning stretches now, Craig.
Woo, what do you think of that? Is the gearbox?
Fiberglass?
Is the gearbox in?
No. But the fiberglass is out. The fiberglass is out. Just Steve wanted the fiberglass out. So we need more Steve.
Morning.
Good morning. What a lovely day.
So
Here we go.
here we are at the wonderful Executive Inn. Right opposite a train track.
Lovely motel.
We could have stayed there. The one redeeming feature of our wonderful hotel is it's only 5 minutes from the track. So here we are. You cannot see a thing. If this does not lift, it's going to make racing very interesting. But on the plus side, we don't have a working car, so we don't have to worry about this stuff. But we're going to get a working car. We are. We're going to miraculously fix it this morning.
Oh, that's it.
This guy is...
His shirt says, we broke up, but she said we could still be cousins.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, there is one real character here.
Probably got all set of teeth and everything all.
So we're at least we're at the drivers' meeting. We don't have a working car, but we're at the drivers' meeting.
Y'all make up, run a little faster back there, make this happen sooner, because we're ready to race. Wait a minute, walk faster.
Well, at least you're smiling.
Oh, we're having fun. Learning has occurred on such a high level that we've never been able to do before, so we have to be happy with this.
But it's not the right learning.
True. You gotta crawl before you can walk. So we were hoping to get out there and complete 7 hours today, but we did it. So, but I will say this: the team has learned more about this car this weekend, the mechanics of it, how things work, how things don't work. I mean, that's an awesome thing for us. So can't complain. We're alive and it's beautiful. And we're at the racetrack.
And we learned that the car's broken.
Yes, yes.
And we learned how to use the jack, the quick jack.
Yes.
Hey now.
So there's a whole lot of learning going on. So as you can hear, there is a race going on, with one notable exception. This is the heel and toe for Heroes car, which is not happy. We think it may have bent a valve at some point. That's a shame. It was, for a brief while, it was running nicely, and this is not how we wanted this weekend to end. Well, the car is vaguely working. I just drove it down to the street and back, and it's making lots of horrible noises, but it moved. So we're putting Craig in the car, at least so we can say we've done a lap, and if that lap has to be behind a tow vehicle, so be it.
Let's do it.
Remember, if you're not first, you're last.
Let's send it.
Check our record.
Keep the revs up.
Give us a thumbs up.
You good?
Ready? Wait.
So I think, in all honesty, he's going to be lucky to get out on the track.
You think you're not gonna let him out?
Well, at least we've got a driver in the car and it's moving.
In our enthusiasm to get Craig out on the track, we didn't get any onboard footage, but we do have this spectacular drive-by.
This is a band of happy people then. I mean, we've got to be the slowest car out there.
Small victory.
But there are a lot slower cars in the paddock.
Exactly. He's like, was that a 142 lap time? 135.
That was beyond awesome. I mean, to get out there and just work on it, and like your mind just goes clear, no thinking about anything, and just, man, it was awesome.
Well done.
That was awesome.
You did a really good job.
That was...
And decent lap times as well, seeing as you got a crapped out car.
When we get this thing figured out, this is gonna be so much fun.
Well, there was only one car faster than my lap time yesterday. So
really?
This car would have been...
This car would have got it.
And we were on terrible tires yesterday.
Oh, and you said like getting below 3,000 RPM, this thing does not like it. We could get a different gearing, but man, third gear and just go.
Yeah, you need we need to look at the differential,
Okay.
and that way we can change the gearing. The gearing is just too long on this car.
Yeah.
Let's get you out.
No.
Yeah, they're a little warm.
Why'd you give them to me? Jeez. You look like you wanted them.
I wanted you to grab them quicker.
Oh, yeah. You're staring at it.
So I think this car may have had a problem from the outset. I'm pretty certain now we've bent a valve, but if you look at these fancy pants headers that are on, counting from the right, you can see cylinders 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you look at cylinder 3, the header is not blued at all. It's slightly discolored, but 1 and 2 and 4 and 5 and 6 to a lesser extent, but they're all blue, which means there's been heat going through there. And when I squirted water on them, only 1, 2, 4, 5 and 6 produced steam. 3 didn't really do anything very much. So that lends credence to the belief that there is an exhaust valve that is bent. We have an hour and 10 minutes left of the day. We've had the intake off to fix one coolant problem, but we fixed the wrong problem, found it was another problem, and we had to go source some big rubber washers.
I don't think I had enough grease inside the grease,
which we found, and we're just putting everything back together. So we are hoping we can get on track for the last half hour of the day. But we still have the dreaded EML light to sort out, but we'll get there.
So much was learned. Very disappointing a little bit that we didn't make it, but this is where you've got to learn. This is not easy. So, hey, we'll come back. We'll finish our next one. That's all we can say. Let's do it.
Thoughts, Chris? You were so excited.
Oh,
when you thought the car
there was a moment there. Well, there was 3 moments when I put on my suit as quickly as possible because I thought I was getting out on the track. Good news is, some of us did get track time and did some pretty good laps out there. I think we know what we need to work on before we come back out.
The car.
The car.
The car. Definitely the car.
Not positive mental attitude though. That's...
But your face was just like, we're going!
And then I was deflated.
It's progress. Can't go perfect. Gotta adapt, you know, fix the issues you can. Have fun. That's what it's all about, right? Even if we don't get in the car, which totally sucked. But, you know,
time.
Yeah, it's about being out here, dudes, doing some maintenance, working on some cars, wrenching and getting dirty.
So in my opinion, you gotta learn how to fix the car before you can race the car. So that was what today and this weekend and this experience has been, is really learning the different aspects, troubleshooting, and you know, also getting a list of spare parts that you need to bring.
Well, that's right. And we did a lot of fixing.
Did a lot of fixing. So, but overall, everybody's still smiling.
A long weekend, a lot of work, and we definitely learned a lot. The car, we found all of the weak spots of the car and everything that you have to replace after 23-ish years. So we're gonna do better next time, but we're getting there.
I'm sure there's a lot more weak spots.
There is, we'll find them.
Well, this seems to be a familiar sight at Lemon's races for me. It's Sunday morning and the weather is miserable. Except we're not in Alabama this time, we're in South Carolina, but it's the same weather. The team called it quits. We just had too many problems. We think we blew a head gasket. One of the coolant lines was leaking one of the plastic lines on the 3 Series BMW, not surprising, and it was just pouring water out of it, and we didn't realize, and there was no indication on the dash, so we definitely need to put in a proper water gauge. Anyway, I think the engine was running for quite a while with no coolant, overheated, blew the head gasket, because we had all kinds of problems. We had to take the intake. We had to take the intake off to get at the offending water pipe. Had to find some seals that would fit it, which we did. We got it all back together, and when finally got it started up, it was just forcing water through the radiator cap, and then it was firing water out of the exhaust. So that is a pretty good idea that the head gasket's gone. So that engine is toast. Some toast would be nice actually this morning. So we had a few drinks last night, packed up, they went home, and we're going to plan for another day. I was coming out here with the intention of picking up a ride. I'm not sure I want to do that again, but we'll see. You gotta love Lemons Racing. They're still on the parade lap, and the tow truck's already out for a car that probably got 100 feet out. Didn't get past the end of the blend line. I'm at the inside of turn 3 to see what's going on. There's some standing water on the exit because of the big thunderstorm last night, but those exit curbs are so rough, you don't want to be on them anyway. Actually, the exit at turn 3 isn't that bad. Let's have a look at some cars coming through. I love that car. As far as I can tell, it's an old Jag with a Corvette swap in it. And I had a look at it earlier, and you look in the engine bay and there's nothing there because it's mid-engine and the engine is sitting next to the driver. Anyway, weather's closing in. I think I'm going to call it quits and head out to Charleston, and then regroup with the guys at Heel and Toe for Heroes during the week to see what help I can give from a distance to help them get that car sorted, because that car is actually pretty quick, even with the 2.5 engine in it. It just needs that engine tearing apart and rebuilding completely.